Hello and welcome back to our FCS Dynasty and NCAA Football 2006. Today we've got a subscriber versus subscriber matchup. The San Diego Toreros are traveling to take on the 4-3 Southern Utah Thunderbirds in a Pac-10 matchup. This should be a really good game. I have the Toreros winning 21-20 in a close matchup. Well, let's go ahead and take a look at the rosters for both of these schools. And looking at the Toreros first, 88 overall, Daryl Ballard. He's had a really rough season so far, and that is not, mostly his fault. It is a lot to do with the offense being very, very bad. He's been sacked a boatload of times, and I kind of feel bad for him. Boom Johnson, 86 overall. He's suspended for this game, so we will not see him in action. Dylan Tong, 85 overall, strong safety. Luke Moss, 84 overall, middle linebacker. DJ Payne, 82 overall, defensive tackle. He's a monster. Look at that, 96 strength, 6'6", 325 pounds. He is just a beast. Rob Roy, 6'2", 245-pound middle linebacker. They do run a 3-4 here in San Diego. Isaac Price, 80 overall cornerback, 80 speed. Brick Wall, 78 overall, left tackle. He hasn't really had a great season. 1 pancake, 2 sacks allowed. And you can look around at the other 11 schools that we have and see the pancake to sack ratio and just tell that Brickwall is having a rough go of it. Robbie Ballard, halfback, 78 overall. He's had a great season so far. 893 yards, 8 touchdowns. He also has 1 touchdown reception. He has been the workhorse for this team. Doug Lay at wide receiver, 78 overall. Doug Lay, 78 overall. He's had a pretty good season so far for the Toreros, as well as Demetrius George, who has been their big play receiver. He's averaging 22.4 yards per reception. And that is it for the subscriber players on the Toreros. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Southern Utah Thunderbirds. 91 overall fullback Brandon Lee. He's been a monster. He has been doing it all for the Thunderbirds this season. 9 rushing touchdowns, 535 yards. He also has 8 catches for 89 yards and 1 score. Bryce King, 84 overall, strong safety. He hasn't made a huge impact, and yet they gave him the impact player icon. He does have 17 tackles, a forced fumble, and a deflection now. Jericho Stevens, he was the first subscriber to commit to the Southern Utah Thunderbirds. 84 overall right end. CJ Moreland, 82 overall corner. Jaquan Freeman, 82 overall wide receiver. He's been pretty decent this season. Only 1 touchdown, though. He needs to make a bigger impact on this offense. Adam Joseph, 82 overall defensive tackle. 9 tackles, 3 sacks. Not a huge impact, but he's definitely made some nice plays. Brandon Redd, 80 overall right guard. He's been fantastic. He's on the Matt Burke Award watch list. 30 pancakes, 0 sacks allowed. He has been a beast. Donald Lee Jr., 80 overall, 85 speed, 95 strength, just an absolute monster at middle linebacker. He's a freakish type athlete, and he has made a huge impact on defense, having 40 tackles, 1 interception, 3 forced fumbles, and 4 pass deflections. Then Owen Gregory, 80 overall, left-handed quarterback. He's had a rough time this year, 6 touchdowns, 11 picks, over 1,000 yards passing, but he does have almost 200 yards rushing and 3 scores. Cameron Matthews, 78 overall halfback, 724 yards this season, 6 touchdowns, 5 fumbles though, and he does have 103 yards receiving with a score. Prince McCutcheon, he's their big play receiver, 88 speed, 7 catches, 209 yards. That's good for a 29.9 yard average. He also has 3 touchdowns. And that is it for the subscriber players for both squads. Let's go ahead and get into the action, fellas. Let's do it. So no suspensions for these schools, so they got that going for them today, except for the suspension from Boom Johnson, but that was from another week. So they go into this week with pretty much full rosters, no injuries, and it's going to be a good one, guys. And we're going to see Southern Utah on offense first. I think the key for the Thunderbirds offense today is Gregory. Is he going to be accurate? Is he going to be able to find his open receivers? Or is he going to continue to struggle? Only 6 touchdowns, 11 interceptions on the season. And if he's not going to be successful throwing the football, he's going to have to use his feet. He's very good while he's running with the football. And on the return is Matthews, the halfback, and follows a couple nice blocks. And the open field out of bounds at the 41-yard line. So Matthews starts it off with a great return. And we're going to see the offense come out on the field. Great field position so far. And they're going to come out in the shotgun formation. They're going to throw it. First play of the game over the middle, and it's picked off already. Oh my goodness. Non-subscriber right outside linebacker Brock with his first career interception off of a crazy deflected pass. This is not how you wanted to start if you're the Thunderbirds. Wow. So, just like that, after one play, we get to see Darrell Ballard and Robbie Ballard hit the field. Let's see what this offense can do. Ballard under center. Ballard behind Ballard. One tight end, handed off to Robbie, and he's going to pick up a couple yards. Now, the key for the offense for the Toreros will be Robbie Ballard. If he is not able to get going and find the open lanes today and get a bunch of rushing yards, he essentially has to carry this team. But if he doesn't, that's going to force Darrell Ballard to throw the football a lot, and he has not been that great this season as well. So, and here's a completion over the middle. Just as I say, he's not been playing great, but he hits Demetrius George on the reception. That is his 21st catch of the year. Both receivers come into the game with 20 catches, and George has almost 100 more yards than Doug Lay. But I believe if Darrell Ballard is forced to throw the football a lot, that the Thunderbirds come out of here with the win. And look at that, a missed tackle in the backfield. Robbie Ballard gets the first down. I believe that was Donald Lee Jr. who missed the initial tackle attempt 5 yards back into the backfield. And that is not, not very typical of Donald Lee Jr. to miss a tackle like that one-on-one. But Robbie Ballard is a load to bring down. Darrell under center, gonna throw it. Rolling out in the end zone, deflected away by C.J. Moreland, who has been torched quite a few times this season. But he does have 2 picks, 31 return yards, and 3 pass deflections to go along with his 16 tackles on the season. But time and time again, we have seen him get torched. Ballard under center again. And we're going to see this all game. San Diego does not have a shotgun formation in their playbook, as they like to pound the rock. Darrell throws it, and it's caught by Doug Lay. He's going to pick up about 8 yards, and that'll be his 21st reception on the season. That's going to make it 3rd and 3 for the Toreros. See what kind of formation they come out in. They're going to come 2 tight end formation. That means that Rob Roy, the middle linebacker, is out on the number 2 tight end spot, far left of your screen. They're going to hand it off to Robbie, and he's going to power his way for the first down up to the 5-yard line. He's got 20 yards on 3 carries. First and goal from the 5-yard line. Can the Toreros punch it in? I formation. They're going to throw it. Wide open is Rob Roy for his first career touchdown reception. There was not a defender in sight. What is going on that play? Looked like they ran some sort of zone coverage, but it did not work whatsoever. So an easy score for the San Diego Toreros, and they are on top already. Just under 2 minutes have been played in this ball game, and Darrell Ballard has his 9th touchdown pass of the season. Getting close to double digits, guys. He also does have a rushing touchdown on the year as well. But poor Darrell has been sacked 30 times this season, and he's been put on his back a lot every single game. And that's why San Diego has really relied on Robbie Ballard to carry this team on his back. Well, let's see what the Thunderbirds can do on offense now here in Cedar City, Utah. See if Owen Gregory's going to throw his 13th pick on the season. Kick is deep to Matthews yet again. 2 yards deep in the end zone. Going to take this one out, follow a couple nice blocks, and gets up to the 27-yard line. Actually, they give him credit for the 28, but what do I know? If I was the Thunderbirds right now, I'd come out and run the football with Brandon Lee a little bit. And they're going to continue to try to throw it. And a nice diving reception over the middle of the field by the slot receiver Turner. That's going to pick them up 8 yards, so not a bad start to the drive. Second and short here, you can do whatever you want. You could take a deep shot downfield. You can just run the ball for the first down. You can open up your playbook right now. 2nd and 2. Cameron Matthews in the backfield with Owen Gregory in the shotgun. Brandon Lee out in the slot. They're going to go left side. Freeman's wide open past midfield to the 41-yard line. And that was way too easy, as the outside linebacker did not have the speed to keep up with Freeman. So a good start to this drive. Definitely a lot different than their last drive, which resulted in an interception on one play. And they haven't run the football once yet, which is kind of surprising. They have one of the best rushing offenses in the country. They got McCutcheon and Lee on the right side. They're going to hand it off to Lee on the option, and he keeps it himself, picks up maybe 5 or 6 yards. And that is a 6-yard carry. Brandon Lee up to 541 rushing yards now on the year. 21 broken tackles. Gregory in the shotgun by himself. Either a quarterback draw or a pass play. And he is pressured immediately. Quarterback draw did not work on that play. DJ Payne gets the sack. That was actually a pass play, they're going to say. So that counts as a sack for DJ Payne, only his 3rd on the season. And that'll make it 3rd down and 8 for the Thunderbirds. And this drive started out pretty promising. Well, the last play was not really a good play call. And we'll come out in the I formation. Lee and Matthews in the backfield behind Gregory. And they're going to throw it. Gregory pressured, hit as he throws, and it's deflected away by Price. And that was very dangerous. Could have been a pick 6. But that's going to bring up 4th and 8. And they will send on the punting unit. So not an ideal end to that drive, just like the last one. But at least it wasn't a turnover. And the punt is high. Fair catch for George, and it's hit. And bounces way back past the 20-yard line. What happened on that play? And they're going to call kick catch interference. Looked like it bounced off of Sherman's helmet. And that's going to give the Toreros the football at the 30-yard line. So a blunder, as that counts as an 8-yard punt. Unbelievable. San Diego coming out in the I formation. Darrell Ballard hot rodding a receiver or directing his halfback to another side. That's exactly what he does. Robbie Ballard hurdles and picks up 7 or 8 yards. Nice run for Robbie. Shout chat. Hope you're here, buddy. It's going to put him over 900 rushing yards for the season. And that makes it 2nd down and 2. 2 tight end formation. Rob Roy at tight end. He's going to stay in and block. And that pass is well overthrown. He wanted the starting tight end, and that wasn't even close. It's going to make it 3rd down and 2. You got to feed the beast. Give it off to Robbie. 3rd down conversions on the year, 114th in the country. Only 30% conversion rate, and that is god-awful. And I take most of the responsibility for that. But really, it's the offensive line. You can't do a whole lot on 3rd downs when you don't have an offensive line just like that. And Darrell Ballard is hit as he tries to throw the football. It hits the grass. I don't know why he's upset with the receiver. He should be yelling at his offensive line. That'll make it 4th and 2. Big stop for the Thunderbirds. As they needed that. They need to get on the board now. They had a good start to the last drive. It just didn't end very well for them. Gregory was sacked. And that awful punt. Well, let's see what the offense could do for a 3rd time out. And back to return is Freeman. He escapes the defense and gets up to the 21-yard line. Not very often do you see a successful back juke. 1st and 10 from the 22-yard line upcoming. If I'm the Southern Utah Thunderbirds, I'm going to try some options here. Get you running. He is under center. Matthews in the backfield. And they're going to go toss play. They're going to try to throw it with Matthews. He is dumped for a big loss by Dylan Toll. his second tackle of the game. And that gives Dillon 36 on the season and 5 for a loss. And that was a loss of 6 yards. I don't know what they're thinking with these play calls. Gregory in the shotgun again. 3 wide receivers at the top of your screen. And they will throw it. No, they won't. Gregory takes off. Only picks up a yard. They're doing on offense right now. I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator that's messing everything up or the defense for San Diego is just playing that good. But it's 3rd and 15. Not a great situation for the Thunderbirds yet again on offense. Gregory forced to throw it, but he takes off instead. And he is taken down about 4 yards shy of the first down. And they're going to punt the football away for a second straight drive. So San Diego with another chance here to take a 2-score lead. Let me know what you guys think about those blue pants for the Toreros. I think they're sexy. 30 seconds left here in the first quarter. Looks like San Diego's doing a safe return. And that punt is high, way up in the air. And another fair catch for Doug Lay, who has 1 punt return for touchdown on the season on 9 returns. 23 seconds left on the clock here in the first quarter. And if I was usering the Toreros at this very moment, I would keep trying to run the football. You got to establish the run with Robbie. He's been a beast all season. And they're going to go play action instead. Quick pass, and they're going to lose about 3 or 4 yards. Bryce King on the tackle for a loss. And that's actually going to be his second tackle for a loss on the season. The starting tight end is now injured. So that means we're going to see a little bit more of Rob Roy in there playing some tight end. That was a loss of 2 on a pass play. Not sure what these guys are doing on offense, either team. They're going to come out, 2 tight end formation yet again. And they're going to throw out of it. Right side, the tight end has it, breaks a tackle somehow, and gets taken down by the face mask. So they might get a first down out of this. And they will. Instead of 3rd and 4, it is 1st and 10. And that was a huge mistake. Donald Lee Sr. not happy with the defense. That's the head coach for the Thunderbirds. And that might run out the clock for you on the first quarter. But, again, they might run a play. Who knows? And they will run a play. Play action. Ballard going to take a shot downfield. He will. And that pass hits the grass. Deflected away. There's a flag, though. Wow, roughing the passer on the Thugs defense. Just one mistake after another for these guys. They got to get their heads in the game. Head coach fired up on the sideline, not happy. Jumping up and down. Yelling profane language at the ref. It's going to be 1st and 10 now from the 47-yard line of Southern Utah. High formation yet again. And they're going to keep going play action. Nice quick pass over to Doug Lay for the first down. His second catch on the day. 22nd on the season. That'll end the first 7-0. Toreros on top. They need this win or they will be in serious danger of missing the bowl season. 2-4 currently. They need this win, and it would be a huge game for them. And they're going to keep throwing the football here with Darrell Ballard. Right side caught by the slot receiver. A couple yards shy of the first down. That'll make it 2nd and 2. Darrell playing pretty decent so far. Finding his open men. Hasn't really taken any deep shots downfield, though. Andrew Bryant is out for 2 weeks with a broken thumb. That's not good news. That means Rob Roy is now the starting tight end as well as the middle linebacker. Darrell Ballard, deep shot now, and Doug Lay comes down with it in the end zone for the score. Just a jump pass. Doug Lay mosses him. Take another look at the replay. I believe that was one-on-one with C.J. Moreland, and it was. And Doug Lay is winning that battle so far. Subscriber versus subscriber. C.J. Moreland gets torched again this year. A very familiar sight. I want somebody to go back and look at all of the Thunderbirds games and tell me how many touchdowns C.J. Moreland has allowed this year. That stat I am not keeping track of. I wish I was, though. It's going to make it 14-0 here in Cedar City, Utah. Thunderbirds getting shocked right now. And they got a pretty decent amount of stands for this matchup. It's a big Pac-10 game that San Diego needs to win desperately. But again, Southern Utah, they need this win as much as San Diego. Everybody's fighting for a bowl game here in the Pac-10. You got Northern Colorado at the bottom. They're still fighting their way. They had a huge win last week. And this kick is deep to the 2-yard line. Cameron Matthews on the return, breaks it up towards the middle, and gets to the 23-yard line. Scott Webb is now injured for the Toreros. That is not good. That is their kicker, folks. Oh my good. Out of all the players on the field, the kicker gets injured. And you already know how bad the kickers are for these schools. So it's only going to get worse with a punter in there kicking field goals. That might be a huge thing to look at going on for the rest of this game. 1st and 10 for the Thunderbirds, I formation. And they're going to go play action. Gregory hit as he throws. He finds an open Brandon Lee, the fullback, out of the backfield. And he's going to pick up about 8 or 9 yards. 8 yards they give him credit for. And that'll give him 97 yards receiving on the season. Luckily for the Toreros, Scott Webb will return. Only had a bruised elbow. Gregory going to continue to throw the football. All day to throw. Deep shot downfield. And it's deflected away at the last second. He wanted Prince McCutcheon, their big play receiver. And that's fine though. 2nd and 2. You know, you got to take a shot or something. You got to try to make a big play happen. So now it's 3rd and manageable. 3rd and 2. You've got a beast at fullback, Brandon Lee. You've got a great halfback, Cameron Matthews. Pick one. Give him the football. They got Cameron Matthews in the backfield, and they're going to continue to go play action, and that pass is picked off. He threw it off his back foot. He wanted the fullback. Not a good throw at all. Awful decision. You have a great fullback and a halfback. Just run the football. I don't get it. Now the Toreros with a chance to go up 3 scores on the Thunderbirds here in the first half. So that's now 13 interceptions on the season for Owen Gregory. Ballard comes out, under center, of course. Hot routing a receiver. And he's actually going to toss it out to Robbie, who's going to pick up 6 or 7 yards. Donald Lee Jr. on the tackle. Lee Jr. closing in on 50 tackles for the season. But it is 2nd and 4 right now. Rob Roy, tight end, on the left side of the screen. Robbie Ballard in the I formation. They're going to throw it. Darrell, right side. He's got the foul to his 3rd string tight end. That's his 4th consecutive completion. And now from the 34-yard line, San Diego looking to open it up here in Cedar City. Demetrius George and Doug Lay both split off to the right side. So we got a twin set. 1st and 10. And they're going to hand it off to Robbie right up the middle. Jukes picks up the 1st down. A great run for Robbie Ballard. He's got 45 yards on race to date. Closing in on 950 yards rushing. Just a phenomenal performance. He needs 62 more yards to reach 1,000 on the season. And here's a shotgun formation, but it's just a Hail Mary formation. And Darrell Ballard's going to get sacked. That was an awful play call. I'm not sure what they're doing there. Now you go backwards after you just got a big 1st down. Out 2nd and 17 at the 30-yard line. You're out of field goal range now. You got to fight your way back, try to get 7 or 8 yards on this play. At least try to get half of what you need. 2 tight end formation again. Darrell Ballard going to throw it. Brick wall, a nice pancake, and a nice completion right side. And they're going to pick up well over half of what they needed. And that's going to make it 3rd and 5. So they get 12 yards on 2nd and 17. Great play call. Now 3rd and 5. You could still run the football here with Robbie Ballard. And if you are going to run it, I would run it left side. You got Brick Wall taking on Jericho Stevens. It's a great matchup. Brick Wall has been winning it, and there is a tackle behind the line of scrimmage, but there's a face mask, and that's going to be a first down for San Diego. That is Sherman's second penalty of the game. So another huge mistake for Southern Utah gives San Diego a first down at the 13-yard line as they look to go up big here in Cedar City, Utah, in a Pac-10 showdown. I formation set again. Two tight end formation. And they will hand it off to Robbie, who is taken down by Jericho Stevens after a 2 or 3 yard pickup. That'll make it 2nd and 7 at the 10-yard line. Less than 3 minutes remain here in the first half. This game is dominated so far by the Toreros. Haven't seen a whole lot of Demetrius George yet. I think he has just 1 catch. See if they test it here. They will throw it. Darrell pressured, hit as he throws, and deflected away by C.J. Moreland. A great play by the embattled cornerback. He's had a rough year so far. And they were looking for Doug Lay, I believe, or that might have been underthrown to Rob Roy, it looked like. That's going to make it 3rd and 7. Darrell, you got to get a little more air under that pass, buddy. See if they test the skies again or if they'll just go with a run play up the gut. And they will throw it. Darrell to the end zone, deflected away yet again by C.J. Moreland. 2 deflections in a row. That's going to give him 5 on the season. And that looked like an almost identical play. They were trying to get the ball to Demetrius George that time, though. And a great stop. That's going to hold the Toreros to a field goal. And if they make it, it'll be 17-0. So still a 3-score lead. And that's a lot to come back from, especially when your offense is struggling to pass it and to run it. 27-yard attempt. The kick is up, and it is good. So it is 17-0. 10-play, 34-yard drive. Took 2.5 minutes off the clock. San Diego playing great so far. But if you're the Thunderbirds, you got to get your playmakers involved. You got to take some shots to Prince McCutcheon. You got to run the football with Matthews and Lee. And don't forget about Freeman. He does have a nice reception today as well. But he is definitely not a deep. We're not going to send him on any go routes. And back to return the kickoff. That actually bounces back through the end zone. So we will not see a kick return for touchdown here. That'll make it 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. 80 yards for a score. Can they do it? They need something, at least a field goal here. They got to get on the board. Gregory under center, taking a sweet old time to snap the football. And they're going to run it. Cam Matthews has it. 1st down and more. Breaking tackles, picks up 15 yards. Get your playmakers the football. You cannot just keep throwing it with Gregory because he is not playing well today. Nice run from Matthews. His best run of the game so far. And he is close to 800 rushing yards on the season. 1st and 10. Lee and Matthews in the backfield. Or in the shotgun. And that pass is caught by Matthews. Very dangerous. Matthews in the open field up to the 45-yard line. That was almost a pick. Oh my goodness. Linebacker was so close to getting that one. Great play by Matthews. And a nice tackle by Price to stop the gain from getting any bigger. Price now with 20 tackles on the season. I believe that was his 3rd of the game. If not, then he's got 19. Whatever. Gregory under center. Lee's playing tight right now. They give it off to Matthews. Again, he is looking sluggish. Very tired. 2nd and 5. Nice 5-yard run. And now you got to try to throw it a little bit. Your halfback is gassed. Or if you're not going to throw it, hand it off to the fullback. Try an option. You got to get your quarterback involved in the ground game as well. And they're going to continue running it with Matthews, who is exhausted. Luke Moss with a nice stop. They lose 2 yards. It's going to make it 3rd and 7 from the 42-yard line. Obviously not in field goal range. They need a big play here. Come out in the same formation. This time, though, Gregory Takes a shot. Wide open was Lee, but Gregory was off the mark. Not even close. It's going to make it 4th and 7, and they're going to send on the punting unit yet again. So another great drive for the defense for San Diego, and they're going to get this ball back with a minute to go. Nice high punt. Fair catch signaled, and a nice play, but it's recovered. Oh my goodness, that was so dangerous. Why? Why would you pick that up? Great play by the Southern Utah special teams to hit that ball backwards, apparently forcing Torero to pick it up. Clearly was not thinking. 1st and 10 from the 6-yard line. Are they going to run it? They will. Robbie Ballard's actually going to throw it back to Daryl Ballard. He catches it in the end zone, still going, and Bryce King takes him down, but not after. He picks up 7 yards. That is one of the wackiest play calls I think I've ever seen that deep in your own territory. He caught the football in his own end zone. 2nd and 3. Doug Lay on the bottom of your screen. Ballard under center. And it looks like they might just run the rest of this clock out unless they get a big play here on the ground. And they're actually going to throw the football, surprisingly. Ballard takes a shot, and that is actually dropped by Rob Roy. Don't fault him for that, folks. He is a middle linebacker. That's going to stop the clock, though, with 20 seconds remaining. Southern Utah, all 3 timeouts left, so if they get a stop here and they force a punt, they might get the ball in good field position to have a couple plays. I formation for the Toreros. And they will run the football. Robbie Ballard taken down by Donald Lee Jr. after a 1-yard pickup. Will get the stop. They call a timeout. Their punter's not very good, so this punt is not going to go very far. Maybe to the 45 or the 40-yard line of Southern Utah, if they're lucky. He's got a long of 54 on the season on 22 punts. And he's standing in his own end zone. And that is a high punt towards the sideline. And it goes out of bounds at the 46-yard line. So not a very good kick, as it goes out of bounds in their own territory. About a 36-yard punt or so. 11 seconds left, maybe 2 plays here for Southern Utah. They need something big. Get a big pass play. Get in field goal range. Maybe take another shot to the end zone. Who knows? Let's see. Gregory in the shotgun. Matthews to his left. Let's see what the left-handed gunslinger will do. And he's running out the play clock for some reason. And he's going to throw it. Takes a deep shot, deflected away, and almost caught. Oh my goodness, they needed that play, and they couldn't make it. You got to make big plays when they present themselves, and that receiver just let down his quarterback. Yes, it wasn't a great throw, but the ball was there for the play to be made. And now I fully expect a Hail Mary attempt or maybe a quick pass to the sideline, but it looks like they might line up for a Hail Mary. And they are going to chuck it deep. Let's see the arm on Gregory. Deep shot. And it's caught, but it's fumbled in the end zone and recovered by San Diego. Oh my goodness, Prince McCutcheon loses the football before he crosses the line, and I don't know if I've ever seen a more clutch play than that one right there. That is going to be it for the first half, 17-0. San Diego on top of the 4-3 Southern Utah Thunderbirds, who finally get a huge play, and their receiver lets them down. San Diego gets the football back here to start the second half, so they can really open it up. They have a chance to make this a 20 or a 24-point lead. Southern Utah set to kick it off. And that is not a very... No, it is a deep kick. Never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about. Some of these kicks look like they're so short. Demetrius George, decent return up to the 24-yard line. He hasn't done a whole lot on returns this season, but he leads the team in receiving yards and touchdowns. So he's having a pretty good year. 150 yards of offense for San Diego in the first half, 130 for Southern Utah, but the biggest stat is the turnovers. 2 turnovers for Southern Utah, and Jericho Stevens almost had an interception right there that he would have returned all the way for the touchdown. Oh my goodness. That is his second pass deflection of his career. Actually, I don't even know if that was Stevens. Actually, yes, it was. It looked like number 72 for some reason to me. But what do I know? Ballard gets the handoff, and he goes nowhere, so we might get a nice stop here. That was a nice tackle for Adam Joseph. That's his 10th tackle on the season. And the Thunderbirds desperately need a stop here. There is plenty of time left, but the way their offense has been struggling to zone, they need all the stops they can get on defense. 3rd and 10. Darrell Ballard taking a shot, and that's picked off. He overthrows his target. I think he was looking for Doug Lay, and that is the 15th time that Darrell Ballard has been picked off this season, and a huge play for the Thunderbirds as they are already in Torero territory. They need a touchdown here. They need something. Anything. Just get on the scoreboard. Prince McCutcheon, if you catch the football, hold on to it, young man. Gregory going to throw it. No, he's going to take off, and he is immediately sacked. What are they doing? I just don't understand it. That's DJ Payne on the tackle, or on the sack. I don't even know what they called that one. But if it was a sack, that'll be DJ's second this game, I believe. 2nd and 13. Gregory is shotgun. Matthews to his left. Lee out in the slot. And they will throw it. And another overthrown pass. Oh my goodness. He's wide open. Put a little more touch on that pass, and Lee is still running for the score. Guaranteed. It's going to make it 3rd and 13 from the 49-yard line. They have not completed a 3rd down conversion this entire game. You got 3 subscriber players lined up together on the right side. This pass better go to the right. Gregory throws it right to Matthews out of the backfield. Sprints, breaks a tackle, and gets the 1st down using the truck stick. Oh my goodness. Not a move we see him make very often. That was huge. Biggest 1st down of the game for the Thunderbirds. That was their first 3rd down conversion. And an pass left side on the sideline. Breaks free, still going out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. All these subscriber players, and they throw it up to a non-subscriber player, and he makes a huge play for the Thunderbirds. Something that they really needed. 2 plays, 2 1st downs in a row. 8 yards away from the end zone. They need this score here. Desperately need the touchdown. You can't walk out of this goal line situation with a field goal. Matthews with the carry, stuffed, and he's going to be taken down after maybe a 1 or 2 yard pickup, and they actually don't give him credit for anything. So great play by the defense. Red zone scoring 95% on the season for Southern Utah. That is the nation. So they do good once they get there. It's just getting there is the struggle. Matthews on the toss play. He fumbles the football, and it's recovered by San Diego. And he's still going all the way to the 30-yard line. You've got to be kidding me with this. That was Luke Moss on the fumble recovery. And that is his 2nd fumble recovered on the season. Look at this hit. Prince McCutcheon letting his halfback down, letting the cornerback go. Forces a huge fumble. Luke Moss scoops it up, gets taken down to the 30-yard line by Brandon Lee. Oh my goodness gracious. And if they're counting the fumble at the end of the 1st half and that one, I believe those are the only 2 stops on the Thunderbirds in the red zone this entire season. So kudos to San Diego's defense for those stops. And they're going to hand it off. No, it's play action again. Right side caught by Rob Roy. He picks up maybe 8 or 9 yards. Darrell, 11 of 20, 109 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. Gregory, 7 of 14, not doing so hot. He's also got 2 picks. Thunderbirds defense playing all right today. Had a couple nice stops when they needed them, but their offense is really letting them down. 2 turnovers inside the 10-yard line. Ballard, play action again, tries to take off. He is sacked. That is Donald Lee Jr. on the sack, and that is his 1st sack of his career. That's going to make it 3rd and 16. Or 3rd and 6. Oh, my goodness. I'm getting way ahead of myself here. Ballard in the backfield by himself. 4 wide receivers set. And Darrell taking a shot, deflected away. There is a flag, though. Personal foul. Roughing the passer, Arias. Adam Joseph roughing the passer. Automatic first down. And it would have been 4th and 6. So the defense shooting themselves in the foot a couple times this game. And that's really been the big story, is just mental mistakes. Unbelievable plays that should not be happening. 4 wide receivers set again for the Toreros. And they're going to go wide receiver reverse. That goes absolutely nowhere. Adam Joseph makes up for that penalty with a nice tackle for a loss. And that is going to be his 7th tackle for a loss this season. That makes it 2nd and 13. Just keep running the football if you're San Diego. And they're going to keep throwing it. What do I know? And wide open over the middle. The backup tight end coming through again with a nice catch. Nice first down for San Diego at the 36-yard line of Southern Utah. We got a shutout here in Cedar City, folks. Less than 3 minutes remain here in the 3rd quarter. Thunderbirds desperately need another stop. They need points big time. Play action again. San Diego's been doing it all game, and this pass is going to go for a loss of maybe 1 yard. Robbie Ballard had to come back for it. Only his 6th catch on the season, but he does have 136 yards and a touchdown on those 6 catches. 2nd and 10, I formation. Rob Roy playing some tight end. And Darrell taking a shot, deflected. It's picked off by the safety. He's going up to the left sideline, and he's going to take it all the way up to midfield. So the 2nd interception of the season for Gandy, the free safety. 2nd pick of the game for Darrell Ballard. Now, Southern Utah, get in the end zone. You need it. Joseph with another hit on the quarterback, and that was a great deflection by the linebacker. Great run after the pick, too, as well for Gandy. 1st and 10 from the 50. You need a touchdown before the 3rd quarter ends. You need it. And they're going to come out with 5 wide receivers. Gregory, left side, caught by Brandon Lee. And he can't break a tackle. He did make 1 man miss, though. If he broke that tackle, he might have been off to the races. Nice 4-yard reception for Lee. And that is going to give him 101 yards receiving on the season on 10 catches. So averaging 10 yards per reception, that's pretty good for a fullback. I would say so. 2nd and 6. Matthews in the backfield by himself. And they're going to throw the football again. Left side picked off again. What is going on? Why do they keep throwing it over there? This is the slot cornerback, or the nickel cornerback, on the interception. 3rd interception of the game for Owen Gregory. 14th on the season. I just don't know what they're doing. This crowd is dead silent right now. My goodness. San Diego scores a touchdown here. I'm expecting the fans to start filing out. Darrell going to throw the football, and he connects with the tight end, who's going to stiff arm a defender and pick up the 1st down. Bryce King with a nice tackle at the 40-yard line to prevent more yardage. King now with 20 tackles on the season. I'm just in shock right now at how dominant San Diego has performed today. The defense has been absolutely lights out. And Robbie Ballard's going to throw the football again, and he actually completes it to George, but he drops the football. So 2 pass attempts today for Robbie. Actually, they might count the one to Darrell as a run play. It might have went backwards. It was hard to tell from the camera angle. 4 wide receivers set for the Toreros. Bryce King moves down in coverage. And they're going to go play action. Quick pass right side. Caught by Demetrius George inside the 20-yard line in the red zone. That's their 14th first down of the matchup. Great route. Great throw as well from Darrell. 1st and 10 from the 19-yard line. If San Diego's going to score, Southern Utah has to hold them to a field goal if they want a chance at coming back. Two for two today in the red zone. The Toreros are. Bryce King is currently on fire. And Darrell's going to throw it that way. And it was right over Bryce King's outstretched hand for the completion. A 5-yard pickup. And a precision pass if I ever did see one. I'll tell you what. That'll make it 2nd and 5 at the 14. Again, I hope you guys are enjoying the full broadcast of this game. I'm hoping that this is premiering at 6 o'clock. If not, you know that I've been trying to upload this multiple times. Quick pass right side. Robbie Ballard wide open. Taken down short of the first down, I believe. And that was a huge tackle. That's going to make it 3rd and inches from the 9-yard line. Southern Utah needs the stop. San Diego 3 of 7 3rd down conversions today. Just over 30 seconds remain here in the 3rd. They're going to throw the football. Robbie Ballard is wide open. He's going to pick up the first down. He's going to walk into the end zone for the score for the Toreros. And with the extra point, they're going to be up 24-0 here in Cedar City, Utah. What in the world is going on? Let me know in the chat or in the comment section below if you're watching this after the live premiere what you think of this game right now. Because this is absolutely bonkers. On for the extra point. And the kick is up and good. Now, technically, this still is a 3. They need touchdowns and 3 2-point conversions, and that will tie the ball game up. But Southern Utah has just been shooting themselves in the foot all game, making a lot of turn the football over. I mean, they shed a touchdown at the end of the first half to Prince McCutcheon. He fumbles the football out of the back of the end zone, or the side of the end zone. And that was pretty much a momentum killer for them. If that was a touchdown, they would have had the momentum going into the half. And back to return, Cameron Matthews and Jaquan Freeman. He's going to return this right up the middle, up to the 26-yard line. Decent return for him. Haven't really seen a whole lot from him today. But he's been fantastic on kick returns this season. Almost 700 kick return yards. No touchdowns, though. That's all he's lacking are the big plays. Gregory going to throw the football off his back foot. Connects with the tight end, who breaks a tackle, picks up 9 yards. So a very dangerous throw yet again. Way too many chances today. I mean, now that you're down by 24, you got to take some. But the entire time leading up to this point, you didn't have to take the chances that you took. You're not Brett Favre. You can't shoot yourselves out of a game and then back into it. You're a very inaccurate quarterback up until this point, and you're down 24-0 to the 2-4 San Diego Toreros, who are a lot better than their record. Let's not forget they've had some close games. They hung with Navy. That was a pretty decent game for them. Navy only threw the football one time that entire matchup. Gregory hit as he throws it. I'm surprised that wasn't called a fumble. Oh my goodness. 4 hurries on the quarterback, 1 sack today, 3 interceptions. Of course, that'll give Gregory 14 picks on the season and only 6 touchdowns. And they're going to come out. Goal line formation. Tight end motion to the left side or your right. But Owen Gregory's left side. And they're going to run the football and get completely stuffed. And that is Luke Moss coming through with a clutch tackle. He's been doing that all season. My goodness, his 25th tackle of the year. That's going to make it 4th and 3. Southern Utah's got to go for it here. They have no choice. Should have been running the football all game. They decided to run it when they're down by 24. That makes no sense. High snap, corrals it, throws it off his back foot, and he is way off target yet again. Oh my goodness. San Diego gets the football at the Southern Utah 34-yard line. Wow. You know, I did not see a shutout happening today, but the way things are going, that is what it's looking like. 24-0. San Diego with a chance to go up even bigger right now. I formation. Rob Roy playing some tight end again. They're going to keep going. Play action. Right side, wide opens the fullback. He spins, and he picks up 8 yards. Holding. But it's going to be called back for a holding penalty on Brick Wall. He was having a rough time this drive, apparently, against Jericho Stevens. Randall Gandy, free safety, is injured on the play. And that's a big loss for them. He had an interception earlier in this matchup. Just under 5.5 minutes remain in the game. And if I was San Diego, I would just keep running the football. Run this clock out as much as possible. And they're going to go wide receiver reverse again, and Adam Joseph has the same result as the last time. And it's 2nd down and 25 now. What are they thinking with these play calls? I'll be doing some halfback slams, maybe some options. We have yet to see one option today from Southern Utah, which has been bread and butter for them this year. 2nd and 25, under 5 minutes remain now. Ballard going to throw the football over left side, or right side. He's picked off again, his 3rd pick of the game. Wow. So Southern Utah not down and out yet. They're down, but they are not out. I don't know what these guys are thinking. These play calls are just baffling. They're mind-boggling. You're up by 24 points. Why are you doing wide receiver reverse? And why are you throwing the football to a non-subscriber player when he's not even open? That was a double coverage. All right, Southern Utah, what do you got? You got a direct snap to your halfback, and you lose a yard. That is another fantastic play call. Matthews has pretty much been a non-factor today. This entire offense has been a non-factor. So many mistakes, turnovers, penalties. And they're going to keep running the football now with Cameron Matthews. So Southern Utah is doing what San Diego should have done. And San Diego is doing what Southern Utah should be doing. I think the offensive coordinators accidentally switched playbooks today. Pretty sure that's exactly what happened. 1 for 6 on 3rd downs. The only version they had was on 3rd and 13. And they are going to run the football again and only pick up 4 yards. I am rolling my eyes right now. You can't see it, but I'm rolling my eyes. 2 of the best ground games in the country. San Diego's barely run the football today, and Southern Utah is just now starting to run the football. And now they're going to throw it on 4th and 1. Gregory throws it to absolutely nobody, and they turn the ball over on downs yet again. They deserve to get shut out with this play calling. Oh, man. If you're the head coach for Southern Utah, you really need to take a look at your staff after this football game. Let's see if San Diego comes back out throwing the football again. Most likely play action, and it will be play action. Ballard is out. That is Jericho Stevens on the sack, his 1st of the game, and his 3rd on the season. We need plays like that all game. Brick Wall allows his 3rd sack on the year. He's only got maybe 2 pancakes now. I did witness 1 in this game against Jericho Stevens. So it appears that they are tied 1-1 right now. 2nd and 16. Just over 3 minutes remain. Ballard under center, I formation. They're going to hand it off to Robbie right up the gut. Breaks loose, and he's going to pick up almost the 1st down. 3rd and inches. He is 7th in the country in rushing yards, 958 on the year. So he hasn't really done a whole lot. He's got 65 rushing yards today. But he hasn't really needed to do a whole lot. 3rd and inches. They are 4 of 8 on 3rd down conversions today, which is probably a season high for the Toreros. Running the clock out as much as possible. And they're going to hand it off to Robbie. He's got the 1st down. at the 48-yard line. And they're going to continue to run this clock out as much as possible. And this is looking like it's going to be a shutout for the San Diego Toreros. Unreal. There's still time for Southern Utah, but they can't even convert a 4th and inches. They try to throw it, even though they ran 3 plays before that. And 2 minutes remain. Ballard under center. Going to hand it off to Robbie. And he's going to pick up 5 more yards. I got it. So he's got about 70 yards rushing now today. And unless he breaks a big run here, it looks like maybe next week he will be getting 1,000 rushing yards. San Diego running the clock out still. How you guys liking this series so far? Let me know on a scale of 1 to 10. And if you think I can do anything better, let me know too, because I will improve it. And they go fullback here. They're not going to get anything out of that. And that was Adam Joseph with another massive hit today. It's the most tackles I've seen him have in an entire game. And San Diego still running that clock out. Southern Utah not even bothering wasting any timeouts. It is a little bit too late. Players of the game, Gandy for Southern Utah, 2 picks. San Diego, Jackson, player of the game. Less than a minute to go, 3rd and 5. And they're going to throw the football. Wide open over the middle is Rob Roy, close to the marker. It's 4th and inches though, very close. Southern Utah finally calls a timeout. With 49 seconds remaining. And they are going to punt the football. So we can see a Southern Utah touchdown. Something. Anything but a turnover. Or a 3 and out, please. It looked like he tried on the scoreboard. Come on. Shotgun formation, 3 wide receivers up at the top left corner of the screen. And they will throw it. Gregory almost picked off. He connects with Jaquan Freeman for a 5-yard pickup. Darrell Ballard definitely won the quarterback battle today, but he is now 11 touchdowns, 17 picks on the season. Before the end of the year, I want to see him get that pass even. So more touchdowns and picks, that would be great. As well as Owen Gregory. We need to see him have more touchdowns and picks. And he's going to throw this one to Freeman, who has the first down. Gets out of bounds as well at the 34-yard line. And why are you taunting right now? What is happening? You get blown out 24-0 and you get a first down and you get real excited. That reminds me of some of my teammates in semi-pro football. Get all gassed up. We're losing 55-0. They make 1 catch. They think they're God. And they're going to continue throwing it to Freeman here. That pass was deflected away at the last second, though. Of course, I can't really talk too much smack because I always got extremely pumped up every time I made a tackle on special teams. I was a gunner on punts, kickoffs, and it was fun. I loved it. And here's a nice completion of the tight end up past midfield of the 47-yard line. I do have some of my football highlights on my YouTube channel. They're just private right now. If you guys want to see them, let me know, and I will post them in the Discord channel. If you guys aren't in there yet, what are you waiting for? Gregory bottled up and sacked, and they're not calling a timeout right now. They're going to go no huddle. They got 1 timeout remaining. Clock is ticking. Less than 10 seconds remains. Gregory going to throw it. Taking forever. Deep shot downfield. And that pass is incomplete. There is a penalty on the play, though. Roughing the passer. That'll be accepted. Southern Utah's got 1 more shot to get in the end zone here, folks.
First down.
Dan Fouts not happy with that call. He thought the game was over. He thought he had his shutout. But I'm expecting a shot to the end zone here. You need to. I mean, what do you have to lose? You already lost the game. You got to try to get in the end zone here. And they're going to throw the football with a halfback. Are you out of your mind? And the pass is deflected away. What in the world is that play calling? Wow. Completely baffled, but a huge shutout win for the San Diego Toreros. Their third win on the season. They're 3-4. Southern Utah drops one. How do you not score in front of your home crowd? Oh my goodness. The play calling was just absurd. Abysmal is a better word for that. Luke Moss played a great game today for San Diego. Ballard played alright. 3 picks. Now let's go ahead and take a look at all the stats as I pick up the controller. Game stats. Not a whole lot of offense today. That's what we've really seen in these subscriber matchups, is the defenses come to play. And that's definitely the case today. 7 turnovers in this game, 6 picks, and a fumble. San Diego, -1 punt return yards. Fantastic. And the box score, nobody scored in the fourth quarter. Of course, Southern Utah didn't score ever. A lot of scoring today, guys. 24-0. Owen Gregory, 12 of 25, 191 yards, 0 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Last play of the game, they give it to the halfback to throw. I don't know what they were doing. Gregory sacked twice. Matthews, 10 carries, 22 yards. He was destroyed all game. Brandon Lee, 1 carry, 6 yards. Owen Gregory, 0 yards rushing today. If the Thunderbirds had any brains today, they would have tried to get some option plays going, because that is really what they've been great at all season. And giving it off to the fullback. 1 broken tackle from Matthews, 1 fumble. Of course, McCutcheon also had a fumble on that 45-yard reception, which should have been a touchdown. 1 drop for Jaquan Freeman. Brandon Redd allowed his first sack today, so he now has 30 pancakes and 1 sack allowed on the season. And Donald Lee Jr., 5 tackles, 1 for a loss, 1 sack. Bryce King, 5 tackles. Adam Joseph, 4 tackles, 3 for loss. Now that's actually going to double, almost double his tackles for a loss on the season. He now has 13 tackles and 8 for a loss. Jericho Stevens, 4 tackles, 1 for a loss, 1 sack. CJ Moreland had a pretty good game. Deflections, but he did get torched by Doug Lay for that touchdown. Brandon Lee had 2 tackles, the fullback. That's amazing. Great stat to have. A couple interceptions for Randall Gandy. Both are the only interceptions he has this year. Reggie Moore with a pick. Bunch of deflections, 3 for Moreland. No kicking. And a good kick return to start off the game for Cameron Matthews. That was his best play. Darrell Ballard, 19 of 31, 186 yards, 3 touchdowns, 3 picks, sacked 3 times. Robbie Ballard, 73 yards rushing, 3 broken tackles, no fumbles. Rob Roy led the team in catches with 4. He had 23 yards as well as a touchdown. Robbie Ballard had a touchdown reception, and Doug Lay. Demetrius George, 2 catches, 40 yards today. Not a big impact, but he had a couple first downs. Roy had a drop today as well. Demetrius George, oh my goodness, brick wall. 8 pancakes, 1 sack allowed. He came into the game with 1 pancake and 2 sacks allowed, so definitely his best game by far. Darrell Ballard, the quarterback, has a pancake. Defense, Luke Moss had 4 tackles, as well as Isaac Price. Luke Moss also had 2 for a loss. Dylan Tong, 3 tackles, 1 for a loss. TJ Payne, 2 tackles, 2 for a loss, 1 sack. Doug Lay had a tackle. A couple sacks for the defense. 3 interceptions, none by subscriber Bears. Dylan Tong, 3 pass deflections. Isaac Price with 1. 2 forced fumbles for Jesse Jackson. One recovered for Luke Moss for 25-yard return. Nothing special on returns for them either. And that is going to be it for this game, guys. Let's take a look at the players of the game. Jet Jackson, Robbie Ballard, Doug Lay, Randall Gandy, Donald Lee Jr., and more for the Thunderbirds. And that was a shutout for the San Diego Toreros, 24-0. Huge win. Going to do it for Week 9, guys. So I will see you guys tomorrow with our taking a look at the nation, our Week 9 recap, and our Week 10 predictions. But that is going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the full broadcast version. If you didn't watch this full broadcast live with everybody in the chat, thank you for watching anyway. That's it for this. Take it easy, guys.